Hi, I'm Pat. I'll be a nurse today at the clinic. What brings you in today?
I recently had a heart attack and I need to figure out my life. I used to be in the greatest shape when I played football in college, and then I got injured, started drinking and gaining weight. I opened up my own restaurant a couple years back and it's completely taken over my life. I don't spend any time with my kids. My health is continually declining and I just want to get better.
So I heard you say that you played football in college. What kind of shape were you in back then, and what did you do differently?
I was in great shape. I worked out every day and was on a meal plan with the rest of the team. I also didn't drink at all in school because I thought it would ruin my career. Then I got hurt junior year and started drinking and partying. I wish I could get back to decent shape so my health improves.
I'm sorry to hear about that. I know it must have been really important for you. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is getting back into shape for you?
I'd say that getting back in shape is about an 8. When I exercised a lot in school, I definitely had a lot more energy and felt better. Now that I work so much, I barely get to the gym and I don't feel as great.
Do you think you can incorporate more into your day, maybe go to the gym or for a run before or after you go to work?
Yeah, I feel I can manage to squeeze that in. I never really ran that much with football. I actually hate running, but I've also heard that cardio will help me lose weight. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Cardio helps burn most of the calories out of any other of the exercises, but definitely don't stop lifting weights because it'll keep your muscle mass up while cardio burns your fat. And I want to talk to you more about how you could change your diet as well. Can you tell me more about it, and do you eat a lot of meals at the restaurant?
Yeah, it's more convenient to eat at the restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat after work, usually McDonald's or something fast.
And I know it must be tough for you because you're so busy, but I think you should really focus on staying away from trans fats and trying to eat more healthier options at the restaurant. And also try to increase your fruits and vegetables in your meals and stay away from those fried foods.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, but I'll give it a try. My wife could always pack me lunch that I could bring into work, or I could even start meal prepping some foods to bring in.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And it sounds like you have a good support system at home.
My family is so important to me, I really scared them with this heart attack. I've also been meaning to ask you some questions about my diagnosis. The doctor told me my total cholesterol is 300, which is way too high. He also said that R30 something caused my heart attack, and it's why I have hypertension. I'm pretty confused about all this.
Yeah, so I'd be happy to explain. So normal cholesterol levels are under 200. You can achieve this by changing your diet, exercising more, and making sure you take your meds. And atherosclerosis is when you have plaque or fat in your arteries, and it makes blood harder to pump. And this is when you have hypertension, or also known as high blood pressure, and your heart has to work harder to pump blood out.
Okay, this is starting to make more sense. I've also been confused about my medications. I picked them up from the pharmacy, but I don't really know how often to take them. I never really got instructions from the pharmacist or my doctor, so I haven't taken any. Also, I never really like taking meds. I usually just let my body run its course.
Meds should be your number one priority in order to make you feel better. I see in your charts that you were prescribed atorvastatin or Lipitor twice daily. Some of these side effects could include diarrhea, gas, heartburn, and joint pain. So you want to make sure you tell your doctor if you have any other symptoms like tiredness or dark colored urine as well. Just to make sure you remember, how often should you take your medicine and what are the common side effects?
You said to take it twice a day, and side effects are diarrhea, gas, and heartburn. And tell my doctor if I have worse side effects.
Right. Now that we've talked about your medicine, exercise, and your diet, how do you think you could implement these changes before you come back to the clinic?
I guess I can start off by taking a few days off from work to catch up on some rest so I don't wear myself out. And I'll try to stop eating the burgers and fries once I'm at work. We do have a lot of good salad options, which weren't always my favorite, but I'll give it a try. And I'll try to go on walks during my breaks and hopefully make it to the gym at least 3 times a week.
So you sound super motivated to make these changes, and once you start to get the hang of managing all 3 things, you'll see an incline in your health. Make sure to also keep a log of how much you exercise per week, and also try to keep a food journal, kind of like a restaurant inventory.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you in a few weeks.
The client is in the preparation stage of the trans-theoretical model of behavior change. He is aware of his health problems and has intent on taking action to address the problem, however, he has not yet done it. The client was once an in-shape college athlete who suffered from an injury which made his health spiral negatively. He has a poor diet and is under high stress with his restaurant business. The client recently had an MI and is diagnosed with heart disease, including atherosclerosis. The client takes atorvastatin to help lower his LDL and clear his arterial plaque. Some of the goals created in the first interview were concerning his diet and exercise habits. The client will try to increase his intake of fruits, vegetables, and lean meats when eating at the restaurant and avoid fried foods with trans fats that will increase cholesterol. The client will also implement more exercise into his day. He shows commitment to change with rating an 8 out of 10 for importance of getting back into shape. Rather than sitting at the restaurant during his breaks, he will take walks. He will also aim to go to the gym before or after work during the week or go during his day off. He will try to go at a minimum of 3 times per week. Lastly, the client received education about medicine and to start taking it. Hopefully, the client will show progress within the next visit in a month.
Hi Nick, I'm Cami. I'll be your nurse today. How has everything been going?
Everything's been going well and I've been feeling a lot better.
How is your new exercise and diet regimen going?
It was hard at first to get used to it, but now I've been going to the gym a lot more before I head to the restaurant in the mornings. It actually gives me a lot more energy throughout the day.
That's great. How often would you say you're exercising?
About 3 to 4 times a week. It reminds me of working out like I used to in college. The diet has been a lot harder for me to keep up with. For a couple of days, I couldn't stand eating just vegetables, so I have to go to the kitchen to make me some fries and wings. But I'm getting better.
Sometimes breaking old habits is tough and needs getting used to. When you find more food combinations that you like, it will become more enjoyable and routine. I think if you continue to find healthy options to eat and even involve your family in these healthy options, it will be easier for you.
Yes, my wife and kids have been really involved in trying to get me to lose weight. They got rid of most of the good snacks at home, and our Sunday dinners are healthier than they used to be. My family is so important to me, so I appreciate when they suffer eating all of those fruits and vegetables with me. It makes me feel less alone.
How about your stress levels? I know you've been working in excess. Have you taken time off or done anything to help you reduce your stress? What has worked in the past to help you alleviate stress?
Exercising has helped me more, but I'm still under a lot of stress just because the restaurant has been really busy lately. I've been trying to only work during the week and taking the weekends off, but I've been finding myself going to check up on the place every Saturday and Sunday. In the past, being with my friends and family has really helped me lower my stress, especially watching sports with my kids.
That is good that you've been trying to take time off from work. I'm sure that it's difficult for you to do that because of the business and the workload of having your own restaurant. Another idea that could help reduce your stress is by getting more involved with your family, like you said. You're a sports guy, so maybe something like coaching could work for you. This way you can spend time away from work and with your kids.
I thought about that, but that's a great idea. The town's been asking dads if they want to coach or assistant coach in the town sports leagues. I think I might try and persuade my son to take up football and follow in his father's footsteps.
That's awesome. It sounds like a perfect way not only to reduce your stress and be with your family, but give you some more exercise being on the field for a couple hours. Finally, how is your medication regimen? Have you been taking all your meds on time?
Honestly, not really. I grew up never taking meds. Anytime I got a cold or got sick, I just let my body fight it off. I feel my body can just fight off anything, and I don't feel like these meds are going to help me out. As long as I keep my exercise and diet going, I should be fine, right?
I know it must be tough to understand because you were brought up not taking meds, but these medications are essential to making sure you do not have another heart attack or any other health problems. I cannot emphasize enough that the physician has provided you with these medications for a reason and that they need to be taken on time or you're going to be at risk again. Exercise and diet will definitely help your health immensely, but these medications are just as important to keeping you safe.
Okay, I understand. I will try to take the medications on time, and I will have my family help me out with my medications as well. I promise I will do a better job because I want to stay safe.
That sounds like a great idea, and I'm glad you understand how important your medications are for you. Maybe you could invest in a weekly med box that ensures you take meds on time and daily. Are there any other questions that you have for me while you're here?
That seems like a good idea, and I'll look into it. Other than that, no, I don't. I think you've answered all my questions for me now. Thank you very much.
The client presents in the maintenance stage of the trans-theoretical model of behavior change. He exhibits sustained change and his new behavior replaced his old habits. He is exercising more and finding that he has more energy. He notes that exercising has helped with his level of stress, but he still feels very overwhelmed with his restaurant. He has, however, experienced some relapse, including not eating well and not taking his medications correctly, but the nurse has provided medication education. These are behaviors that he is aware of, and using the support of his family, he is looking to change. His nurse also recommended to get more involved with his family by coaching a sports team for his children. This is a good way for the client to alleviate some of his stress by being involved with his loved ones.